Okay, so in this question here, we're asked how many regions do the three parabolas cut the plane into? So we're going to start just by doing a sketch. That's the easiest way to visualize our regions. So just draw an X and a Y axis. And we'll start with our first graph. We'll label that 1. It's easy enough. It's just the Y equals X squared. It's just going to be a U-shaped parabola like that, which is symmetric about the Y axis. So just make that a little bit more symmetric. Okay, so that's our parabola 1. What about x squared minus 2x? Well, that's going to have roots at 2 and 0. That's equal to x into x minus 2. So it's going to cross here and here. Now, on the right-hand side, we have x squared minus 2x. Now, x is positive. That's always going to be less than x squared. So it's going to come up, but it's always going to be less than the 1 graph. So it's never actually going to cross it. Here we're not concerned because x squared is positive. And, well, on the left-hand side, we're going to have a x squared minus 2 times a negative number, i.e. x squared plus something bigger. So that's going to be larger than x squared. So that means, in fact, we're going to have it coming up here, intersecting, and always being above y equals x squared, like that. Now, what about our third graph? So that was 2. What about 3? Well, I can't see how to factor this. So let's think about the discriminant. The discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. b is 2, so b squared is 4. Minus 4 times 1 times 4. And that's clearly less than 0, which means it has no real solutions, i.e. it doesn't cross the x-axis. And as we have a plus 2 here, it's going to be above the x-axis the whole time. But what about the gradients? So it's going to come something like this. And in the positive region, it's going to be larger than all of these graphs because of the fact that it is positive, add 2x, add another 2. So it's always going to be above these. And in terms of the negative region, well, it's going to be x squared, that's fine. But here we have a plus because it's negative, negative. But here we have a minus, it's plus and minus. So it's going to be below all of these graphs. So it's going to come down like this, intersect, and come up like so. Always being above in the positive region. So how many areas is that divided into? Well, if we just label them on, we have 1 here, 2 here, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's 7 regions, and that gives us an answer of